Everybody, it's Romania Black, and I'm really excited because we are on our second Patreon commission for the month of February. And it has been a movie that I saw this on Netflix as a preview. Like, I saw the thumbnail about a month ago, and I was like, man, I really hope I get to watch that at some point. And Shimoyama and Sunspots have come through with their commission this month, and I could not be more happy. So we are watching 100 Meters. Now, I watched Tin Dance on the channel last week, and you all can go see that reaction there. But after watching Tin Dance, I found out there was a manga, and now I'm like, I have to carve out room at some point in March and April to start reading the manga. And so when I saw this, I was like, okay, is it based off of a manga? Do I need to know this? Do I need to carve out more space? So short answer is yes, it is based off a manga. But the long answer is that unlike Tin Dance, that has multiple English translation volumes available, 100 Meters is 5 volumes that came out between 2018 and 2019, have not been adapted into an official English translation. So for now, I'm just going to be watching the movie and reacting to it and talking about it. Now, of course, since this movie's come out, globally, it's only a matter of time until they create an English translation probably for the manga. But for now, we're just going to watch the movie. So I'm really excited. Other than it being an anime, the only thing I know about it is that it involves 2 runners, it looks like, from the thumbnail. And I'm a huge fan of Run with the Wind. I've reacted to it on my channel. So I have craved more Run with the Wind content over the years. And so if this satisfies some of that, why not? So other than that, I don't know anything else about the movie, but after we do the reaction, I'll probably go find some research about it and then come back and we'll talk about it. But thank you so much to Shimoyama. Thank you, Sunspots, who also got me the file to watch for this video. And also thank you to everybody on the commission tier over on Patreon. If you don't know about my Patreon, you can go to my channel. There's a link to my Patreon. You can check it out. The commission tier is full for the month and pretty much next month, but you can go see the other tiers that are on there. I would really appreciate any support over on my Patreon. Also, if you can't support my Patreon, then please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see new Patreon commissions, which are movies every Friday and among other shows that I'm watching, and always comment down below. It helps out the channel. Why not? So with that being said, I'm super excited. As you all know, Netflix is not going to let me show y'all the whole movie. So we're going to be doing subtitles. We're going to be doing a timer. We're going to be doing things a little opaque in the link down below. But that's how we're going to be doing it so that you can sync up to your devices and watch alongside me. But I'm glad that Shimoyama has given me the file here so that I don't have to get on Netflix and be spoiled, because Netflix can be a little bit wonky sometimes. But I have my tea. I am all set to go with y'all. I hope you all are ready. So with that being said, we aren't going to waste any more time. We are going to start 100 meters. An hour and 48 minutes, eh? We'll see. And we're going to do that here in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Oh, I don't know what studio is doing this, honestly. Pony Canyon. Why does that sound familiar? Why does that sound familiar? I feel like I've watched something else from them. TBS. Oh, come on, G kids. Oh, cool. It's like the Greek. Oh, is this Suda? This is Suda for sure. Is Suda voicing someone? Oh, wow. Okay, so 100 meter dash. Oh, wow. Okay. Who are you voicing, Suda? Is it 888? That's 8's my lucky number. 8's my lucky number, y'all. Or is he number? Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, wow, the bullseye. Togashi. Tagashi. This feels kind of like... I'm trying to think of the anime style. Togashi. Aw. Aw. Uh. Hmm. So our best runner in the world, huh? Oh! Oh! Bless his heart! Oh, it's... Oh my god. He does look a little zombie-ish. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. His little fluffy hair. Oh, he looks like he needs sleep. I love the dynamic of the two of them already. Oh my gosh. The one trying so hard and the one that's so natural. Okay. Hmm. Oh. So, look at that. Komiya. Oh, Komiya and Togashi. Oh. Have social anxiety. Oh. Oh, bless his heart. Bless his heart. He just told you his name. Now, come on. Genta. Oh my. That is incorrect. I mean, I don't blame you for not wanting to pay attention to parallelograms. Oh. Oh, this little kid! Bless his heart, he's trying so hard! He looks so traumatized! Maybe it's reminding me of Mob Psycho in a way. Oh, of course. He also reminds me of Aksha from Orb on the Movements of the Earth. I'm just saying. I'm just saying he looks like a baby Aksha. Wow, and all the trophies. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, it does remind me of Orb on the Movements of the Earth. The anime style does. Okay, that's what it is. Just in a modern context, kind of. You can hear his asthma from a mile away. Oh, and of course he can catch up to him. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh. Where are you? Oh. Then why are you doing it? Yeah. Oh my God. That's breaking my heart. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. It's gonna make me cry. Uh-huh. Oh, wow. Mm. Oh. Can it now? Oh, interesting. Oh my God, this kid. Like his home life's so bad that running like distracts him. Oh. Oh. This kid. And the pretty boy. Oh. Oh my gosh. You've sold me in the first 10 minutes or less, movie. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sold. I feel like it's similar to Orb on the Movement of Zero, the animation style, but also there's something else I've watched in the commission tier from G Kids, and I can't think of it at the moment, but so is Suda the fluffy haired guy, or does Suda voice him? Pretty boy. That Dorito torso, my friends. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Oh, he's training him. Oh my God. Going full on Hygie. Oh. 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 Sweetheart. Oh. Ah. Oh my. Surely Ginta is not going to project his anger in unhealthy ways onto these two. Surely that won't happen. Hmm. Oh, they know. The one guy with the blue shirt looks like Bertolt. That's all I can think of. Mmm. Oh. 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 Wow. But he doesn't have any money to get any shoes. He wears like the same clothes every day. I love his like. Oh. Oh. So why not? Oh. Oh, his eyes, they're so like gleaming. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Komiya. We're gonna torture these little kids. Wow. Look, there's Sakaki right there. Oh no, I bet Genta's gonna screw it up. Mm. He always is a. He is the most intense little kid. Oh my god. Oh. Oh damn it! No. Oh. 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 Is he gonna argue it? Wow. Did he get the medal? Oh. Oh. Oh wow. Huh. So he's got a pretty decent house. It's nothing crazy extravagant. Oh wow. Oh. Oh wow. Hmm. Ooh. His eyes, the way he just looks! The way he just looks! So spaced out! Oh! It's kind of adorable. Mm. He's got the mellow shirt on from Death Note, the guy with the green black. Oh. Mm. Only a few years older, puberty hit him hard. Huh. Oh. Oh. Mm. Oh. Yeah, sure. Oh. Ooh, he kind of has a Fujioka kind of vibe to him. Oh. Is that how you're framing it? I don't think that's how Togashi views running. Just skipping out. Interesting. Wonder what he's thinking. Oh, I'm intimidated by this kid. Oh. Hmm. Oh, wow. Hmm. Oh, he's so serious. He's very serious. Wow, and you can tell he has a runner's form. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is having this, like, guy out of high school going up against a middle schooler, you know. You can tell that his form is, like, the way his body is a lot different. Ooh. I do like that he's taking him serious even though he's a kid. Oh, wow. Oh, give him! Oh, go get it! Oh, wow. He actually beat him. He actually beat him. Oh, wow. Did he just stop because the photo was over? Wow. Was he actually running though? Uh-huh. Could Togashi actually have beaten him? Yeah. I think he would have too. Yeah. No, I think it is. Do you not know how to hold back? Oh my. Hmm. Yeah. No. Oh. Oh, he's glued his shoes. He's so serious. Oh. A real race. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. Wow. I love that their faces are kind of shaped different too. They look so different. Oh, he's so serious. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Ah! Ah! Okay, he kind of has like, oh my gosh. He has like an L vibe to him from Death Note, speaking of which. Oh, wow. Mmm. Oh, what did he do? Oh, he hurt his foot. Oh my gosh. What about his backpack? Huh. Is he not coming back? Oh my gosh. Oh, when he said goodbye. So he wanted to race him one more time before he moved. He wanted to race him one more time before he moved. And he wanted to know that he could beat him after all he trained. Oh. Oh, wow. And him training, imagining that Komiya is against him. There we go. There we go. Of course. Okay. So that's the junior high championships. Oh, wow. Never lost, huh? Oh, wow. Comparing him. Wow. That's a pretty damn muscular 13-year-old. Pretty muscular for a 13 or 14-year-old. Huh. Oh, wow. Uh. Ha! Oh, wow. So he's in high school now. Uh-huh. Oh. I'm not interested in women. Why is he not joining the track? Oh. Why'd he come to this school without a track and field team? What's the deal? I like Owie. Huh. I mean, he seems fine, so why didn't he want to do the track and field team? Oh, ha! Yeah. Officially they're sold out, but for you, sweetie. Aw. Oh. Oh, cool. Aw. Huh? Okay. Aw. I like Owie. She's like, I came prepared, actually. Oh, I love it. I love how it got so quiet. Run, Forrest! Why did we want to move away from this, though? But why? Did we not see the purpose in it? Mm. Yeah. Wow. She has a Lois Lane vibe to him, and he has a Clark Kent vibe to him, so I kind of want to ship him. Oh. It's more of a mental wall. Hmm. Aw. Mm. But was he starting to get to the point like the other guy was? And then he quit? Hmm. He's like, yes, you were. You absolutely were. Hmm. All his trophies are now off the shelf and in the little cupboard, like he's hid them. He doesn't want to show them off. What changed? Huh. Okay, yeah. We're going the free route. Free and Chiaya Furu. This one girl's like, wait, what? Yeah. Ah! Oh, why? I wonder why. Can't you pull some strings since I'm a natural? Oh. Ooh. I mean, us. I'm surprised. Delay it. Delay it and win some events. It's the free method. It works every time. Okay. Oh. Mm. It's just like free. It's just like free. You gotta win the relay. Well, come on. What's with the other guy? Hmm. Oh. Oh. So that race within Zaitsu's shadow. So what about the third member? Aw. Iwani, we're just a few syllables short of Iwatobi. So who's the other member? It's him, I bet. Oh my god, I bet it's gonna be Kamiya. I bet it's gonna be Kamiya. And he might change his tune when he sees Togashi. Wow, this is giving me Takabi's Original Sin vibes. Oh my god. Oh no, it's him! Oh, he did reach for his lower back when he was doing it. Oh, wow. Oh. Well, that seems to be her lot in life. Wow, this is giving me some Run with the Wind vibes. I was expecting Komiya, but this is a pleasant surprise. Well, you two are birds of a feather then, Nagami. So Zaitsu's someone different. Huh. Huh! Oh. Okay, so maybe he's just a year older, but damn. Oh, I love it. Ah. Mm-hmm. I mean, for not being in shape. Oh, I love the look. I love the look. Ah. I like the long hair look on him. Given that Shane Hollander look. Oh, I love him with the long hair. He's going to shave it all off, but... Aw. Yeah. Definitely getting a Shane Hollander vibe from old Toga. Oh, yeah! From Togashi. I'm glad he kept the long hair. It looks good on him. All right, Sheena. Getting Scott Hunter vibes from him. Yes. That may seem like a choice to you, but I'm older. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sheena's great. I love her. Oh. Aw. Oh, let's go beat up the rival school. Let's go do that. All right, ladies. Meanwhile, they're getting ready to go face Sato. Hiya. I want to ship them. They look like Marilyn Millie from Trigun. That's what they look like. I was trying to place it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna see who plays him. The voice is so familiar. And she sounds familiar too. Hmm. An ordinary guy, you say? What kind of guy do you think I was? Hmm. Who cares? We're not going to question these things. Nice. Aw. Give us that training montage. Nice. Aw. I really like Nagami taking the lead. Good for him. Okay. Aw. Aw. Togashi, you're adorable. Ah. Hmm. Hmm. I was dependent on it. Yeah. Ah. So he can kind of relate to Komiya a little bit. In a way. I mean, Komiya is different, but he could relate in a way. Hmm. Oh, wow. Yeah. And he remembered it. Yep. So he's a lot like Hygie. Mm. Wow. Yeah. Well, I'm sure they are. Is that Ginta? Maybe it's somebody different. Mm. Mm. It is somebody different. I can hear you, you know? Uh, ooh. Clock it. Clock it. Ah, hell, you're both Aries. Stop it. This man looks like he's killed someone. People have died under my watch. Oh, and he won't look. Be a shame if Kamiya showed up and ruined it for everybody. I really like Nagami. I didn't think I was gonna like his character, but I really do. Oh hell no, hurdles. Oh hell no that. Nope. Way to go, rival. I think running would be the only thing about this I would be able to do. Who's doing butterfly? Who's doing backstroke? Who's doing free? Put them pins in. War paint, girl. Yeah. You can make up the distance, girl. Don't worry about it. You got this. Come on, girl. All right, go, go, go. Yay! He is like if Kakaru and Kageyama mixed together with Shane Hollander. Damn, bitch. Yeah! Catch it! Yeah, get it, bitch! He's racing against Takashi! He's coming in from the outside! His running face is so intense! Oh! Ooh. 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 Did they get first or second? Okay. Oh, damn. You asked the right person. Okay. Yeah, well, I heard that. Might as well run. Damn. Wow. Mm. Huh. Everybody's all about the Zaitsu. Uh-huh. Komiya. Oh, wow. Daito! Oh my gosh! He's like Mob! By myself! No! On the mountain? Oh my god. 2 hours on a bike? No, ma'am! Can you bobsled down the mountain? I guess you can't pick it back up, but... No wonder his legs are so good! There's your training right there! Oh. Wow, and then right when he gets there, he puts his uniform on. Oh my god, dude. This precious angel bean! Angel bean! Okay, so Tsunade. Got not a lot of charisma. He's gonna blow him out of the water. Oh, shirt tucked in. Did he see Togashi running? Jealous much? Is he? Aww. Hmm. Oh. Oh shit. Is he gonna pass out? Oh my god. He's gonna pass out. Oh shit. What's up with his leg? Why is his leg so wobbly? Don't be jacking him up with no steroids now. Everybody's all about the Zaitsu. So did Zaitsu go to this school and that's why? Oh yeah, this guy. Oh, he is an alumni. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's meet this man. Okay. Oh, he was on the cover of the magazine at the beginning. The track and field one. Is this L in Light Yagami's love child? Is that you in the back? Getting real existential here. Holy shit. He just basically said YOLO, and that was the answer. I eat lots of sweets and write in a black notebook. So he's a sadist. Oh my god! Our little nervous bean. Oh. 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 Oh, so he really did hurt his leg. Yeah. And now he's got PTSD of it. Are you majoring in philosophy when you're done running? Hmm. Glorious forever! Oh my god! K-Light. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Give it. Get it, Komiya. Get it, Komiya. And don't be scared. And don't be scared. You got it. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Don't be scared. Oh. So is he gonna see Togashi and them at the tournament? Where's all the sugar? No. 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 You know. You know. He knows. I got Shigaraki's voice actor to come in for a hot second. That hair, though. Yes. Feel very fresh. Sunita, wait. Quit being jealous. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh. Oh. You projecting? That's what you got out of it? Oh, bitch. You're the one that's scared. Wow. Whoo! Oh. Of course, red and blue. Aw. 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 See, you have friends. You got to friends. Komiya's a thick boy. Oh. We love a boy with drive. Not even going to show us. Wow. Okay. Wow. 104 to 8. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. Is he going to see that Komiya is there? Oh, he is. Oh, he is. Oh, he is. Oh, wow. And that's who he's up against. Oh, bitch. You got the bad draw. You got a bad draw. Sucks to be you. Oh, wow. Damn. Oh, damn. The broad backs. Oh, my God. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, that sucks. Oh my gosh. Does Camille know he's there? That's the question. Does Camille know? Oh, at least he's nice to them. Oh, wow. Oh, you did. Oh. So do you realize it's the same guy as before? Do you realize it's the same guy from your childhood? I mean, Komiya's probably not like a... Mhm. Come on now. Come on now. Are you kidding? You two helped you out each other so much. Ooh, you're gonna make him run in the rain? That's not gonna be good. Oh, wow. Make him run in the rain is crazy. That's crazy. That's asking for an injury. Oh, wow. Those shorts are way too short. How are you not getting a wedgie? Of course, they're right next to each other. I'm curious because, I mean, Togashi seemed like he was doing just fine seeing him again, but Komiya seemed like he was... Maybe Komiya just doesn't want to get distracted. Oh, wow. Was that just like a test run to see if they could do it in the rain? Okay, so the side numbers are where their place are is in the line. Man, I just can't get over how broad he was. And as a kid, he slumped his shoulders so much. Oita, okay. Okay. There is a Mob Psycho look to all of this. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of as well. Oh my gosh. I'm wondering if some of this was rotoscoped as well. I'm guessing maybe. Just by the way the animation is. Just by the way that it is. It feels that way. Huh. Oh, dang. Quit checking their butts out. Making sure we know exactly where to look. Boom. Wow. Wow, it's Togashi that's making like the face now. Wow. Wow. Damn, Komiya. Oh, I love that fade back to color. Oh. My dude! My dude! Oh. No! Don't hit us with the angst! No! Ah! 10 years later! 10 years later! You can't hit us with it 10 years later! You can't hit us with that! Oh. Okay, so they decided to renew it. What is it? Oh. Hmm. Oh, wow. Huh. Oh, wow. Hmm. Yeah, he doesn't have the same, like, drive forward that he did when he was a kid. I feel like that damn manga made us skip so much. Oh, wow. Oh. Yeah, it's not the same. 10 years. I'm not over 10 years. Oh, my dude. Oh, wow. Isn't that, isn't that Nagami? Oh, wow. Mm. Ah! There's Suda. Oh my god, I live. Oh. Oh my god. I love hearing Suda anytime. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, wow. Hmm. Sounds familiar. Hmm. Nearly one. Oh. Mmm. Forever second. Oh. Ah. Yeah. Oh. That's what Komiya said. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. That bit is sparse. Is this Komiya? I mean, like the voice actor. No, no, no. We'll talk about in the discussion. I mean, Hosoya was what I was meaning to say, not Komiya. Yeah, he doesn't. He hasn't ever known why he runs. Aw, this precocious kid. Aw, 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 this precious child. Aw. Okay, there you go. Mm. Oh. With the glasses, you don't say. The Puma product placement. Mm. Says the man with goggles on. Hmm. Oh. Yeah, it does sound like a soya. I don't think it's been a soya. Oh my god, what is this? I want to know if that's Nagami, then how did he get back on his feet? Like, damn you, manga bait! Oh, and he was behind him on the screen. You need to get a better mattress, sir. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh my god. He's like, thanks. Gee, thanks. Okay. No pressure. Aw. Togashi is really likable. He like is a lot more sunnier than I imagined he would be. Yeah. It's like he's so nice it almost comes across as fake, but what did you do? What did you do? What did we do? This kid can't catch a break. We can't catch a break at all. Oh. Oh. Nope, he's gonna pull a Hygie. He's not gonna, yeah, no. He's gonna run in that damn race. He's gonna run in that damn race. Oh my god! You were all about him 5 seconds ago! As a coach. Oh. 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 Small steps. He would be a great coach, though. He would be a great coach. Oh, thanks for the tips, Unc. Aw. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm. This guy's chopped, man. Oh. Oh. Oh my God, these kids are traumatized. Oh. Let's get out of here. Oh my God, in perfect form. Oh. Oh. That sucks. So much. Oh. Oh, buddy. Oh, hey. Okay, so the guy that's with Komiya is probably is it Zaitsu? Mm. Oh. Oh. Yeah, but damn. Mm. I won't be racing after this, but yeah. Damn, Togushi's got damn harem in this series. Okay. Oh, damn. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ah! Damn Puma. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow, his hair is so different. Hmm. You little robot. Wow. Ooh. Oh. Wow. Oh, Komiya, my dude. Okay. Man, did Zaitsu went soft. That's crazy. Meanwhile, Komiya went full villain. I mean, not really, but oh, Togashi. Oh, oh, my dude. I want to know more about Kobaki. We don't get a lot in him in this. I want more on Kobaki. Oh, wow. 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 Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, damn. Wow. Ooh. Mm. Damn, nobody has any faith in Kaido. Poor Suda. Oh, damn. And then the 888. Eight's my lucky number, so of course I want to see Togashi and him race. You better show us who wins. Oh. Ah! Poor Kaido. Oh, bitch, go! Go! Ah! And Zaitsu was like, yeah, get that fire. Wow. Wow. Robo-Man! Yeah. Hmm. That just crossed your mind? Oh my god. Huh. Hmm. Y'all are a bit macabre, this entire group. Yes. Hmm. Oh my gosh! Oh. Mm. Oh. He was getting ready to walk out there. Oh, wow. Is he gonna quit? Oh. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You sadist. Wow. That didn't answer that question, but. Oh, wow. Going out like a freaking legend! Look at this! Like a legend. Okay, can I ship him and Zaitsu? Can I ship them together? Can I ship them of anybody? I didn't come in here expecting to ship these two, but I'm here for it. Hmm. He's precious. Oh. I definitely feel like there is, of course, things in the manga that are not being shown to us that have built with their relationship. And of course, now I want to read the manga because that's just how it goes. But I like the leaves blowing there. Yeah. They say him and Kaido are still making out to this moment. This has a very Neon Genesis feel to it. Hmm? I want to know more about him. Wow, and then there's Kaido, yeah. Oh, hey! Oh, wow, and there's she. And there's Sunita, yeah. Yep. Wow. Ooh. Don't let it rain again. Wow, that's cool. Okay, we were right back to where we started, the final race. Kaido is label whore for that Puma in 10 seconds. Oh, wow. Ugh. Oh, shit. Oh, oh, oh. 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 Is that it? You bitches ain't gonna tell us who even won? Oh my god! Are you serious? Not gonna show us that part there. I guess that's the point. I guess that's the point. I guess that's the point, is that you don't need to know. Is that you don't need to know, but I had a sneaking suspicion they were going to end the movie like right when the race was over, but to not show us anything after that final race, that is cruel. That's so cruel. But you know what? Considering who the author of this series is, I'm not surprised. So this blew my mind. I was trying to think the entire movie. I'm like, I know this art style. I've seen it before. It's not Mob Psycho, even though you could argue it is a little bit like it. I'm like, what is this? And I kept thinking, oh, it's like Orb on the Movements of the Earth. The character that is Komiya looks exactly like Aksha. Well, it's because it's written by the same creator. I think what threw me off from thinking that is that Orb on the Movements of the Earth, which has been on my channel, which you should be watching, it is an amazing series, came out, the manga was written in 2020, and the series came out in 2024. And I was like, well, this was written in 2018, 2019. This is their first manga. 100 Meters is the creator, Uota's first manga, and then they wrote Orb like a year and a half later. Mother Trucker, the creator of this series is 28 years old, and I've never felt so not accomplished. To be so philosophical at age 28 is just insane. So yeah, written by Uoto, serialized in Kodansha from 2018 to 2019. Uoto, born May 29th, what a Gemini, from 1997. That being 28 years ago makes my brain hurt. But yeah, they did 100 Meters, and then they've wrote Orb on the Movements of the Earth. Those are the two series that they've been working on. I'm like so insanely like Also, I want to see this Kendaichi Case Files because they worked as a assistant on that series. But yeah, he's been like writing his whole life. Yeah. Crazy. I'm like I shouldn't be surprised that he created that I shouldn't be surprised that he created Orb and 100 Meters because they both have a philosophical feel to them, which we'll talk about in this. Also, it says Uoto credits as part of his inspiration, the creator of Ping Pong. So I'm like, that makes sense, especially with like the movement and the way that the artwork in the series is. But also credits Death Note. Well, I was like, Zaitsu basically looks like if L and Light Yagami had a child. There we go, right? There we go. So that all makes sense, but wow, okay. I thought this was actually such a good movie. Oh, I really liked it. It's not what I expected, and that's not a bad thing, but it's not what I was expecting, especially from like a sports anime-esque movie, which is kind of cool. I will say, the fact that this was condensed down from 5 volumes to this movie, it does feel it. Again, I'm like, how have you not serialized in English 100 meters, but we had Orb? I mean, I want Orb, obviously, but now I want 100 meters too. And I feel like there's bits and pieces of both Kamiya and Togashi's story that are left out of the movie because they just don't have time. They're just kind of, especially in the 10-year time skip, that one I was like, oh, we missed some things. So I wanted to see more with that. But as far as the voice actors, look, Togashi's voice actor is Tori Matsuzaka, and I thought he was sounding like Hisoya for a second, but then I realized I've made that mistake before. When did I make that mistake before? Because he plays Shusaku in This Corner of the World, which I looked at earlier last year as part of the commission tier movie request. And I thought at that point it was Hisoya as well. So I'm confusing Mr. Matsuzaka with Hisoya all the time. So it's consistent. I'm consistent if anything. But yeah. So he's a young voice actor. He just started, he's only done like a few his TV series, and then he's actually done, well, he's done some voice acting since then. But yeah, so that's so crazy. But the lead role, good for him. He did a really good job. I really liked him as a voice actor. As far as Komiya's voice actor was Shota Somatani, who was in Ping Pong. He was in Ping Pong, as well as he's been in March Comes In Like a Lion, as well. Who did he play in March Comes In Like a Lion? Who did he play in that one? Okay. Oh, he was Harunobu. Okay, cool. And he's been in a couple of other series since then that I've not seen. But yeah, good for him. Good for him. Now, of course, Suda played Kaido. I could recognize Suda's voice in a heartbeat because Suda can do no wrong. He's so good. Love it. And honestly, the ship I was not expecting was Kaido and Zaitsu. But they were like my main ship in this. And Zaitsu is, of course, played by Koiki Uchiyama. That voice is iconic. You know that voice immediately. Who played Nagami? Nagami was played by Jun Kasama, who has been in lots of things. Oh, he was the manager in A Place Further Than the Universe. That's kind of cool. He's also been in a lot. He's been in The Teacher in Bloomin' to You. He's been in a lot of small roles as well. Oh, he was the narrator of Life Lessons with Urmichioni-san. That's amazing. Love that. Love that for him. So yeah, awesome. Nice. And then as far as Aoi's voice sounded familiar. Who did she play? Aoi's voice actress is Rie Takahashi. Her voice sounded like I've heard it in something else. So maybe it'll feature up on here. Oh, well, she's in Rent-A-Girlfriend. I'm sorry for her for that. That sucks for her. Girl gotta make a living. Oh, she's been in a lot of things that I have not seen. Okay, she's Rinsha in Delicious in Dungeon. Maybe that's where I've heard it from. I think that's probably where I've heard it from because that voice, I was like, I've heard it. And then Sheena out there having a kid, is voiced by Yuki Tanaka, who has not been in a lot of things. Nothing that... she was a schoolgirl in Run with the Wind. Imagine that. But hasn't been in a lot either. Okay. Crazy. Morikawa, I really wanted more with Morikawa. He was like the one I wanted to learn more about. I feel like he And he's not been in a lot yet either. I feel like he's a character that I really wanted to see fleshed out more, especially his relation with Togashi. So that's probably like a manga thing as well. But dang, I really liked the rotoscoping of this series too. I thought it was so cool. Like the animation style, everything worked really well. I really want to watch this movie in the English dub now. So I hope that they've dubbed it in English perhaps, but if they haven't, it's fine. But so I'm a big sucker for sports anime, and I like Run with the Wind a lot. And Run with the Wind is more about teamwork. Run with the Wind is about like how working as a team allows you to kind of escape reality. I liked Kaido's speech about escaping reality. I thought it was great. That as a coach, I love that, being like, if reality is dealing you a heavy hand, then use this opportunity to escape it and flee what is in front of you. And I loved that, to run from what's in front of you, literally through the 100 meters. Love that. Loved his speech. But I'm used to Run with the Wind, where it's about using working as a team as a way to kind of get away from just focusing on yourself. And here it's kind of not what 100 meters proposes. That one is all, except for the relay, which honestly, I wish we could have seen more of the relay, because that part was kind of cool to see them all working in tandem as a team. That part was really nice, but the rest of the movie was all about just personal, trying to help yourself, which wasn't bad, but the distance gives power to time. When we saw Suda in being the narrator at the beginning, I was like, who's he playing? And then he was playing a character we don't meet till like halfway through the story. The distance determines the value of a person. There's a lot of imagery at the beginning of chasing after that medal, chasing after those goals, but the distance is what I bet my life on. And the distance is 100 meters. I loved that savoring. I love when Zaitsu is like, savor every emotion in 10 seconds. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And I like the last shot here we get of Kaido and Togashi and also Komiya together all at the end there is really, really good. We start out the entire movie with literally Togashi running up to a wall. Like he's hit a wall. And I liked Togashi's character was so interesting because he wasn't like Kageyama, where he was just gloomy, or like Kakeru, where he was gloomy all the time and the setbacks made him like bitter. He was never a bitter character, which I liked about him. I liked that he represented somebody facing this wall and facing not understanding his purpose. And he's like, I know I'm good at something. I know I'm good at something. I know I have talent, but what's the point of that talent if I can't figure out what to do with it? So I kind of liked that. I liked that Togashi kept facing all these hurdles and these walls, and he kept like hitting them and didn't know it and getting stuck. But he would always meet people or find a way to kind of overcome it, which was great. Meanwhile, it was polar opposite with Komiya. Komiya, once he figured out what to do or what he was told he should do, then he just stuck to it and kept running to meet that goal. But it wasn't until he was reaching the finish line that he was like, well, what do I do afterwards? And that's when Togashi's like, what do you mean what do you do afterwards? He's like, that's not the question you should be asking. So, but yeah, I really, seeing this kid, it felt like both of them were overcoming I know that Komiya literally says he has anxiety, and I don't know exactly if I would say that Togashi has depression necessarily, but I think that Togashi is a very good representation of somebody with talent that just has to face, the reality that even though you have talent, that doesn't always mean there's always going to be somebody that's better. And what do you do with that? Because Nagami faces that same hurdle, right? So I thought it was a very realistic portrayal of the pressure of doing well and the pressure of the stakes in competitive sports like that, especially individual sports. Because it's like, if you don't stay on top, then people are like, what's the point of having you here if you can't constantly stay on top? And Zaitsu kind of like gives up on that at the end. But I really thought we'd see more with Genta, but that was fine. But like these two, my heart, here was my thing. Like Togashi from the start, was always this kind, considerate character that was trying to help Komiya and help him to like run and everything. And I loved, my favorite part of the movie is them as kids. My favorite part is them as kids learning to run and supporting each other. And Komiya, I know that Komiya, he stays kind of stagnant throughout the whole film. And then at the very end, he has his moment of character development. I would have liked to have seen, I feel like the manga shows more of him and we see more of him fleshed out. And I kind of, even though he's kind of on a one-way trajectory, I wanted to see more Komiya in the movie. Not that I don't like Togashi. I like him a lot. But I wanted to see more of Komiya to kind of further cement his mentality about things. And I feel like in the manga there's more of him, but what can we do? I'm probably going to have to go pirate the manga somewhere from a site because they won't publish it in English. So I got to go pirate fans for fan translations. What's a girl to do? But I'm probably going to have to do that because I want to read the manga now. I won't react to the manga, but I do want to go read it. But damn, Komiya's entire story is just heartbreaking. Like the fact that we don't get to know a lot about Komiya. We don't get to see his family situation or what he's from, and that's not really the point. But the point is that he's this like kind of nihilistic, depressed kid that has anxiety. I feel like he almost has more depression, but he doesn't know what to do. And so his whole thing is his way of escaping reality is running. It's kind of like Kaido. His way of escaping reality is running. And he just wants to be good at running so he can keep on escaping this reality. Like, these kids are all depressed. Like, basically, I'm like, damn. Makes me feel better about myself, I guess. But I could not help but feel absolutely for Komiya. He was just a precious little being that he's this little neurodivergent being that becomes kind of a robot man as he grows older. Look. The shipper in me wanted this to be so much Togashi and Komiya focused, but that's really not what it is. I mean, that's really not what it is. They're pretty aromantic in this movie. Now, if the manga's different, I don't know. But then again, in Orb, not spoiling anything, it's a little bit aromantic in Orb as well, except for like one pairing, but half of that pairing is aromantic as well, and asexual, so, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I was personally, I like my shipping in my sports anime. Y'all should know that about me. So the fact that Komiya and Togashi really didn't have, there wasn't a lot of chemistry with the two of them after childhood. Like in the childhood scenes, you see that chemistry of how they kind of play off each other of being opposites and their like running style and everything. And they play off of that. Once they meet up again at the high school match, there's zero chemistry. like Komiya is giving off zero chemistry waves. And that's kind of the point. That's what his character represents. There's more chemistry waves with Sunita, who was jealous of Komiya, and there was definitely more. I felt like I was cheating because I was trying to convince myself I wanted to ship Komiya and Togashi, and then I was feeling some ship vibes with Nagami and Togashi, and I was like, no, they're just bros. And then once Kaido and Zaitsu got here, I was like, no, I'm shipping them. And the two ladies, even though the one lady, she went off and had a kid. Sheena did. But yeah, I loved them as kids. And the thing is, at the beginning, whenever Komiya sees Togashi running, it's the one time we really see him emotional, except for the very, very end. The one time we see him emotional is when he's seeing Togashi run and giving it his all and giving it all his passion, and Komiya is amazed by it. And I understand that the point is that in that last race, that's when Togashi got back to his true form, facing Komiya that potentially one last time, because he's probably going to tear his muscle and not be able to run anymore and have to be a coach. Maybe he can be Komiya's coach. I don't know. If they have that kind of relationship like in Run with the Wind, I'd be fine with that. But then it's like Komiya finally got to find his purpose in running, which is what Kaido and Zaitsu were trying to tell him about finding a rival. And then that was the thing. The two things where this is the one time, 4 minutes in, that we see Komiya emotional and gets the glimmer in his eyes seeing Togashi run. And then after that, once he beats Togashi in the race, it's kind of oh, well, I've beaten you. So I'm going to keep beating you and there's no chance of you winning against me again, which isn't true. We all know that he can end up losing to Togashi in the end, but in his mind, he's like, well, I've beaten you, so what's the point now? I'm going to go set more records and go do my thing. And it's like, but I felt like I wanted to see a little bit more of that emotion come out in him, and like for them to have like some kind of rivalry develop throughout, and it really doesn't happen till the very, very end. So, and I'm not mad at it because that's not really the point, but for me, it's kind of like I was looking at it. One thing I really liked is that visually, the mangaka does some really cool things. Like in the movie, at like the 5-minute mark, we see Togashi on his bed, and on the shelf, you see all the trophies. When we cut back to him in middle school, the trophies are all on the bottom shelf, like hidden. Like he doesn't want to think about it anymore, which I thought was pretty cool. I liked that. But yeah, he's like, why are you always running? And he's like, so that I can escape. Running is all I have. I'm a loner, I'm shy, and I don't have friends. Running is a reason good enough for me. And that's when Togashi's like, well, I think you're wrong about that. There's one simple rule I believe in, that running the 100-meter dash faster than anyone else can solve almost anything. And he's like, because it works for me. And so then that's when Komiya's like, is it possible? And he's like, then I'm going to run that. And they kind of do set up a rivalry then, but then the movie doesn't really show them having that rivalry, because it's like, you know, when they meet again in high school, it's just like, they're like, sup, and that's it. And you're like, no, what else can we talk about? Kaido and Zaitsu, though, they had some really good insights, which I thought were really, really good. But yeah, and then I do like the continuity of Togashi is a really good teacher to Komiya of how to run. And then when those kids are at the park before he has a depressive meltdown, which was so sad to watch, he teaches them how to run. So if he does get a muscle tear, Togashi's going to make a great coach. So it's all going to work out for him in the end. It's going to be fine. He's going to be doing okay. I wish there was a callback to Komiya being taught by Togashi. I wish there was a callback to that, because, you know, he essentially helped him get to the point where he was, but I guess it's fine. They maybe acknowledge it in the manga. Also, I like the little neurodivergence where it's not really a neurodivergence, but Komiya doesn't want to change the shoes. He's like, no, these are my running shoes. I do really good in these. And there's just like little ticks, little moments that I'm like, you're such a precious bean. But yeah, so then they have the Olympics as a kid, and they both win the medal, and Komiya gets a taste of that victory. So then it was interesting because Komiya says that Togashi could have beaten Nagami back when they were in elementary school to middle school together, and Togashi doesn't believe him. They set up something there because Komiya's like, no, you could have beaten him. You could have beaten him. He slowed down just because of the picture and because he knew you were going to beat him. And he's so objective about it. And he's very like, just, no, this will happen. This will happen. But this will happen. And it's a shame we don't see them together more in the film, because I wanted more of that back and forth. Like, Komiya is very sure of himself. And he's like, it's going to happen. I'm going to do this. And there's no question about it. It's just beyond getting the trophies and beyond the records, like Zaitsu tells him, he doesn't have any other plan outside of that. And whereas Togashi is constantly doubting himself once he gets around. And the pressure, I do think the movie does an amazing job of applying pressure to the athletes. Like Komiya is just built different. He's just like a robot. But Togashi, you can tell, like, they constantly talk about Zaitsu and like beating Zaitsu's record and being in his shadow and being with Nagami and like all these, and Sunita is going to be up here. And there's all this talk about the pressure of winning and beating a legacy and doing all this, that it literally causes Togashi to break down as the movie goes on, because he just doesn't feel he can live up to those standards. I feel like the moment he lost to Komiya at the tree, I feel like the moment he lost to Komiya at the tree, it sort of changed his perspective. And then that started creating his hurdles. Which is very poetic, because he helped Komiya get over his hurdle, and it created all the hurdles for Togashi from there on in. Also, did not realize that Nagami and Togashi were not that far apart in age during their little race. I thought there was at least like 4 or 5 years difference in between them, but apparently not. And I do like the fact that Nagami says later his mentality they had while running in high school was from his father, who had been an Olympic like runner, and he didn't quite believe in what his father's philosophy was, but he told himself that because it made his father successful, so thus he wanted himself to be successful as well. So I thought that was a nice little touch. I thought that was a good twist. But yeah, and so then they have the race, and Komiya is like, you know, you could have probably beaten him. And so he's like, let's have a serious race. And the thing is, he wanted to have a race with him before he left. But then he hurt his leg. And he tells him goodbye. Now, I felt like there was something more with that. With his leg being injured. Because the next time we see him, they're in high school. And he's like, oh, my leg's all better now. And I was like, I guess that's a twist from the sports injury world. But there was also like, it was such kind of like, I don't want to say it was a letdown, but when they met back at the high school after, you know, it's been a couple years, and Togashi was really kind of affected by Komiya moving away, because that was his friend. Like, they built this friendship up, and they'd ran and did all this. And then when they met back up, he's like, oh, I saw you ran. Yeah, bro. And I'm like, and I know that's probably the more realistic reaction that somebody would have in real life. But, you know, it's cinema. It's anime. You know, you're expecting this big reunion, and it's like a reaction, and like, oh, I'm facing against Komiya. I haven't seen him in years. And instead he's like, hey, what's up? And Komiya's like, sup? And I'm like, what? I was just expecting a bigger reaction from the two of them, but what am I gonna do? I love Sheena. Sheena and Aoi are great. Those two ladies did a great job getting the track team together. Felt very free. Also, I really love Togashi is just a very handsome character. He just looked handsome throughout this entire series. Like, he was giving me Shane Hollander vibes from Heated Rivalry. And I just needed Komiya to be his Ilya. And that did not happen. But it's all right. It doesn't always have to be like that. I was also kind of shipping Aoi and Togashi at this point, because Aoi's tried really hard. Like, I was shipping Aoi and Togashi. I kept thinking Komiya was going to get back in the picture, and then that just did not happen. But I thought there was something between them. I thought there could be. And maybe there will be one day. Who knows? I definitely, by the end, I got, like, bromance vibes from Togashi and Komiya. Komiya's just not in it to win it like that. But I thought Aoi was, so I thought their relationship was really good. And then when they went to go and pick up the third track guy, and it turns out to be Nagami, and he's sitting there looking like, oh, I want to see. I feel so bad for not. It was driving me crazy because it's not Yuki. It's not Yuki. It is not. I was thinking it's not, it's not Jiro or Taro. No. It's not Akane who is Prince. Not Musa. Nope. Not Nico. Yeah, it is Nico Senpai. Nico. I was like, I kept wanting to say, something else. I want to say Nato, not Nico, but it is Nico Senpai. I was getting Nico vibes with Nagami. Absolutely, from Run with the Wind. I was getting Nico vibes. Nicotine, Nico, should have thought of it. But yeah, I was getting that as well. I love the long hair on him. But his character actually surprised me. I really ended up liking Nagami. When we first met him, when he was racing Togashi, I thought he was just kind of arrogant. And when you find out he was just siding his dad, it all makes a lot more sense. But I really liked Nagami's character. He really grew on me. He was really supportive, and I liked him with the team. It was great. And then him and Togashi, like, practicing together, I loved their bonding. It was really great. It was like they all bonded. And so when they showed up at the track meet, I kept thinking that he was going to run into Komiya and it was going to be this big reunion. And that is, in fact, not what happened. So, dog is playing with his ball under here. So, yeah. So, but I did like going back and facing the rival team from Nagami and beating them. That was fun. Or they get second place at least, and then they end up getting to keep the club. So then Sunita's record is beaten by a first year. Yep, Komiya. So Datako, right? But yeah, I wanted to see more of Komiya with his classmates. Where he's like, you're at a top-ranked athletic school. He's like, oh, I've been training by myself from up in the mountains. And it was a 2-hour bike ride there every day. I wanted more of that. I wanted to see more with Komiya and his training and like what all was involved with it and him living in the mountains. I wanted to know more about him and like when he changed clothes before he got there. Like I was obsessed. I wanted to know more about Komiya, and the movie focused on Togashi instead, which is fine. But yeah, I also like Sunita's breakdown whenever Sunita was just like, well, this is going to happen. And then you're going to like freak out and like, oh, and I'm like, you are freaking out, sir. Like Sunita was having a mental breakdown from all the stress. And Komiya's just like, eh. And then we had Zaitsu. Oh my God. Which also Zaitsu, it was such a... One thing I really liked about Zaitsu's character is by the time they're all like in their 30s, practically almost in their 30s or in their early 30s, he gives the advice about the rival to Komiya, and Komiya's like, you are not the same person you were as a high schooler. And I'm like, no, he's not. And that's what's so cool is that Zaitsu, he grows a lot from being this like kind of nihilistic, edgy high schooler to being this adult who's kind of like realized his actual purpose in running. And it's so cool to see that development in the course of the movie. Like Zaitsu's character was great. But this monologue where he's like, don't think too deeply, society's a joke. And even if you do win, keep attacking it. That's it. Any questions? Like the whole school's like, and he's like, do it for glory. Everybody's like, what the fudge? So yeah, he's like, I'm a living thing. I will die. That's my motivation. Zaitsu was so edgy, and Komiya was like all about it. His hairstyle is crazy. He's like, I fear defeat, but I desire results. I did like his talk about being nervous and about how there's like YOLO, there's no point. Why are you nervous? Just go do it. You got this. And then Komiya's like, well, how do you handle anxiety? I always slow down. I liked that Komiya addressed that he was anxious because he had an injury when he was younger and he's healed from it, but he's afraid of having it again. And I like that Zaitsu's like, well, the bottom line is you don't have to cope with your anxiety. And Komiya, it was like life-changing information. He's like, the world is filled with all these possibilities of failure. So, but the thing is, that's what gives life its charm. Fear isn't unpleasant, and safety isn't always pleasant. This philosopher here, anxiety is a feeling one gets when one challenges themselves. So if one must sacrifice something for victory, then give up your body because it's just a collection of cells. Glory is forever. What a goat. What a goated man. Yeah. And then Komiya's like, I want to be the record holder. And Zaitsu's like, he'll be the one to get it. Yeah. I love these, like, he's the Jim, the real Jim. I kind of almost wanted, there was a part of me that wanted to kind of ship Zaitsu and Komiya for a while until Kaido came on the scene. And I was like, no. Mm-mm. It's all Kaido and Zaitsu for me. Most assuredly. But yeah. And so then they keep on going and doing the track meets and everything. The track meet in the rain. But yeah, so they meet up like an hour into this. That was my thing too. Like, we were an hour into this, knowing it's an hour and 40 minutes. So we're past the halfway point. We're an hour into the movie. And I'm like, okay, they've finally seen each other. It's been years. And he says, long time no see. He's like, wish you luck. Bye. I'm used to a lot more shipping in my anime. The rotoscoped running scene was incredible. That was so good. That was like a 2 to 3 minute scene, wasn't it? Just completely in the rain, just completely rotoscoped. It was so fantastic. Sometimes rotoscope, I know Jujutsu Kaisen's used it. I'm kind of indifferent about the rotoscope sometimes. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know. I don't want to say it looks like you're painting over a real person. So it's like a stencil. I don't want to say it's like that because it's not like a stencil. However, what are you doing, buddy? I don't see it. However, I do like it when there is an artistic edge added to it. And in this movie, there is. Like, you get the rain, you get the camera angle that zooms all the way around, you get the movements, like the facial and everything goes along with it. Like, I thought that worked really well. I liked it. Sometimes it doesn't work for me, but this time it was really good. So yeah, and just, their facial expressions in the rain. And I like that everything goes black and white. And then when Komiya turns around and he like looks at him because he's disappointed. And then he's like, you ran different. Because he beat him in the race. And then he's pointing out to him, he says, your running style has changed. And you can tell that Komiya's disappointed because he's like, I wanted to face the kid that I faced back under the train tracks, the kid that won, the class Olympics, the field day, the track and field day at my grade school. He's like, I want to face that guy that inspired me to run. And you're not like that anymore. And I was like, oh my God. And then it cut to 10 years later. Like, granted, he had like this moment of sadness and disappointment. And then it goes 10 years later and he's like under contract and it gets renewed as long as he can run decent for another year. But he's like clearly been down on his luck trying to make this comeback. So I felt kind of bad for Togashi because he keeps running against walls. He's doing really good in grade school and then he doesn't do good in junior high. So he wants to quit and then he goes to high school. Then he gets his faith renewed. Then he fails at high school. Then he quits. And then 10 years later, he's just kind of like going back and forth, which I guess is unique for a sports anime. So, and probably more realistic. So there's that. But I also wanted to, the one guy who, Kabaki, I wanted to know more about Kabaki. He seemed really cool. He almost seemed like discount Komiya. So I was like, does he have like a thing with Kabaki? I wanted to know more. We barely got anything with Kobaki because we just didn't have time. We were like an hour and 10 minutes in with 30 minutes left when we were first introduced to him. So yeah. So it is. I do think it was inspiring to see Togashi's struggle. And then he walks past the two, like the two of them together. Okay, so yeah, at first I thought it was Nagami. I was like, at first I thought it was Nagami, and I was like, when did he get better than Togashi? But no, it was Zaitsu. His hair just grew out like Nagami's. And then damn, freaking Komiya became Novak and Aksha put together. With the beard, with the facial hair. Okay. But yeah. And then we get to meet Kaido. Freaking love Kaido. Of course, I feel like Suda was like, I get to voice both of Uoda's light-haired characters who are both badasses. Sign me up. Sign me up. It's like, yes. But I really loved Kaido. I liked that we never saw Kaido's eyes. I liked that we constantly saw the world being reflected from his glasses, which was kind of cool. So philosophically, if you look at it, he was like, it was kind of like he was rejecting your reality. You weren't getting to see the actual him. He's the only one that knows. I love it. And this point here, where he starts to tell Togashi, he's like, I don't have a right answer, but I can share my story. And the crazy thing is, when he starts sharing his story with Togashi, it's very similar to his own, like starting out being talented, but then getting his butt kicked. But he's like, Zaitsu's always one step ahead of me. But there's a reality where I keep aging while this new young gun named Komiya keeps rising to the top. But he's like, at this point, this is where his story kind of gets interesting, because he's like, I'm sick of hearing that's a shame I wasn't born in another era. He's like, do you know why I keep running? He's like, because you cannot escape, because you can escape from reality. If winning a race isn't possible for me here, then I'll do all I can to escape this reality. And then I still have hope for myself. And the crazy thing is, as it was like zeroing in, he's described his life being kind of similar to Togashi's up until this point. But then, as he's explaining Buddy, I don't know where that is for you. But then as he's explaining escaping reality, it starts to sound more like what Komiya was telling him at the beginning, being like, oh, I'm running so that I can't see reality. I'm getting away from it. So it's kind of cool because Kaido kind of, in a way, ends up being similar to both of them and kind of combining both of their motivations together, which Togashi finds inspiration from. I like it. And so then, yeah, we set up the final race. He's like, you have to understand your own reality. I like the one kid that, like, asked to shake his hand. That was really cute. I loved that. And then they're like, well, you can either... The one boss that was, like, controlling his contract was such kind of a douche. Because at first he's like, oh, my God, you're doing so well, and we're so proud of you. And then the moment he gets an injury, they're like, I guess we're going to have to take your contract away and make you a coach. Like, the fudge, dude. I mean, he chose to run, so probably he's not going to run a lot after this. And then there's the scene at, like, the park where the kid's, like, he gives him running advice, and then he just shuts down. He's like, it's okay if you don't win. It's not like your whole life ends if you lose. Speed isn't everything. Why should you sacrifice anything? Your life, all this? Yeah. The one thing is, okay, this is an artistic choice. And some people will probably disagree with me, and that is fine. Your opinions are valid, and your thoughts are valid as well. I want to share mine real quick. The voice acting of the crying scene that he does is amazing, and it's powerful, and the entire scene has such, like, a despair to it. When they do the upward shots and show him crying, and it's all distorted, I don't think it was, goofy's not the right word for it, but it loses some of its edge. Whereas I think if they just made it a little bit more grounded and realistic in that moment than trying to, like, distort the picture. And I know why they did it. It was a stylistic choice. Some people are going to really like it. I wish they'd made him look a little bit more normal in comparison to how he looks the rest of the film. I think it would have grounded the scene a little bit more visually. But that being said, it's heartbreaking and really well acted. And then it's just, like, his cathartic way. I like that whenever, like, he's there until the sun goes down, and then when he stands up and the headlight shines by him, he's like, okay, got that all out of my system. Now we're going to go for it. Like, Togashi. And yeah. And then the moment he says he's back in the game, then the one guy is like, all right, we're back in. We got this. This is going to be interesting then. I wanted more with him. So then we had Zaitsu confronting Komiya in their opposite colored shirts as he's getting ready. And Zaitsu grew up. Zaitsu's great. He's like, I heard you had an easy win in the prelims. And he's like, you did too. Komiya is such a stoic, like, man of few words. But then Zaitsu, he looks so soft in, like, the last 10 minutes of this movie. He becomes so soft. I was, like, not expecting this character development with Zaitsu. It was kind of beautiful. And he's like, well, I love, he's like, it feels like it was so long ago when you asked me about mental health and anxiety. And because Komiya is such a robot, he was like, yes, your advice helped me a lot back then. And Zaitsu's like, well, yes. He's like, I have a clear goal thanks to you. And he's like, a goal, huh? He's like, yes. To stats and formulas, trends, and strategy. My goal of breaking these records is so much greater than your numbers. I like that he kind of alludes to the fact that he's like, see, I've gotten better than you. And Zaitsu's like, well, that's cute. He's like, I know I'll win. And then he's like, okay, well, that's impressive for staking your entire life on setting a record. And I like that. Komiya's like, are you complimenting me? He's like, I feel sorry for you. That growth. And the thing is, Komiya took Zaitsu's words to heart back in high school and has ran with them ever since and hasn't looked back. That Zaitsu's like, yeah, I've kind of grown now. And I realized what I said to you back then, I don't really quite believe in anymore. And he's like, I feel sorry that you're kind of stuck in that way. And he's like, over time, I lost my fighting spirit in exchange for a title as undisputed champion. The faster I go, the more everyone falls behind. When I look beside me, there's no one. This line, he's like, that view from that position is the same as last place. I like that he basically said, he's like, and Komiya is not impressed. Komiya is just like, really? Like, not impressed at all. He's like, nothing is more boring than that. He's like, the thing that is a true triumph and what brings us joy is to have others you can actually compete with. And I like that Komiya's like, I got my own way, thanks. And Zaitsu's like, sure you do. I was like, Zaitsu grew on me. I really loved his character throughout the whole damn thing. And then, yeah. And so Togashi does well. It was just one of those things where I wanted there to be more of a rivalry built between Togashi and Komiya, but I do appreciate at the same time that that's not what the show is about. It's focused more on your individual journey with dealing with the pressures put up against you. I'm fine with that. That's great. But damn. The Kaido match is so good. I love Kaido being like, everybody's pitting against Komiya or Zaitsu. Is that it, huh? And I love that as they're running, he's like, so this is my reality. Well, then if that's the case, it's time to escape from reality. Oh. Suda comes in at the last minute to be like an unintentional badass. And I love at that moment when he flies past. And I love that you can see Zaitsu smiling like, yes, that's what this is about. That's what this is about. And Komiya doesn't understand. He doesn't get it. And that's when Zaitsu's like, yeah, I'm going to retire now. He beat me, so. I feel like Zaitsu is just waiting for Kaido to beat him. I'll keep running till he beats me. And then I'll stop. He finally defeated him. But see, we have like 10 minutes left. And Togashi, precious pure human, runs into Komiya in the hall. And it almost felt like Komiya was running away. It almost felt like Komiya was just going to leave the race entirely because he lost and got second. And then Togashi's like, well, it's good to see you again. And he's like, yeah, long time no see. And he's like, we haven't seen each other in 10 years. I'm like, you are going to be more excited? And he's like, we'll get to run against each other. And then he's like, I've been thinking about nothing else but setting records for the past 10 years. That's all I've really cared about. Just now, though, my record was beaten by someone who doesn't even care about records, without any calculations or trends or strategy. His tenacity was his sole driving force. And then he's like, so in the end, even if I set some new records, I'm not sure what waits beyond that. I'm like, you've picked now after 10 years to focus on that, my dude. Now you're having an existential crisis in this moment. I wanted there to be more like focus between them, but Togashi, he's just like, it's for us to give our all and no other reason. I said it back then and I'll say it again. Any problem can be solved with 100 meters. None of those other things matter. And so he's like, I know it because I've witnessed it countless other times and others. And I felt it myself. I thought this part was interesting because Togashi gives this big heartwarming speech about how he's seen how running has affected others and it inspires him and all this. And it's a very pageant answer. And then Komiya's like, I've never experienced that. I was like, I love that Komiya is just, I love that this mangaka gives us these two characters who have very different experiences with the competitive realm. And it's great. And then he's like, you found success. Was that all pointless? The world sharpens and everything starts to shine. If you haven't experienced that yet, then let's witness it together in the next 100 meters. Which leads to Zaitsu and his epic speech about running as he announces his retirement. Oh my God. Where he's like, since I'm retiring, I'll speak freely now. And I'm like, oh, and express how I truly feel. The 100 meters condenses a whole life into a single moment. A couple of centimeters could be the thing that destroys you. However, it's the reason why you feel euphoria. A wealth of things can be found in that distance. And like any words of wisdom to share. I love that he looks at that guy like, really? Really, bitch? You sure? And he's like, okay, fine. I'll just say it. Hope, glory. I like that he's like, glory, right? Eternal glory, hope, glory. Disappointment, setback, fatigue, satisfaction, frustration, achievement, along with every other feeling. Stuff every one of them into the 100 meters and savor the finest 10 seconds of your life. What a badass! What a badass! And then you cut to Suda playing Kaido with his book and his cup of coffee. I'm like, he's just waiting for Zaitsu to show up and sit next to him. Just waiting for it. You know he is. You know he is. You know he is. Love it. And then we get up and we have the last race. The last 100 meters. And I love that the two of them, they're all ready to go. Yep. And then as they get to the end, I like that Togashi gives it one last go and they all catch up. And Komiya is forced to actually like work so hard at it. And then as they get to the very end, they're like lockstep and step. Trying to catch and see who gets first. Step and step. And then you see them as kids again. Yep. I love that transition. It's so good. And then they both... Who crossed first? Is it meant to be? I love that you see them both cross. And you see Togashi like crying and then you see him smiling. Seeing Komiya smile is so good. But we just see him smile that one time. That one time. As they're together. It's just, my heart. My heart. Oh, man. So freaking good. So good. I loved it. I loved it so much. This was such a good movie. I want to hear your thoughts about it down below because, I need to go and find the manga. I need to go pirate that fan translation so I can read it now. So, this is Editing Romania, and I wanted to show you all that I did find a fan scanned translation of volume 1 of 100 meters of the 5 volumes and like one chapter in the second volume. But I did want to talk very quickly as I'm editing this about some differences between the chapters of the manga that I read as well as here in 3, 2, 1 so I can sync it up with the rest of the movie. So, new edition volume 1. I think the new editions, the chapters, I think that they're like 2 volumes in one. I think that there's like a 1 volume, 2 volume, and then the final volume is like by itself. So hopefully, these get edited into translation in official English at some point. For the most part, it starts out exactly the same. Again, if you like Orb on the Movements of the Earth, the art style is pretty much the same. But I do like how it is made more clearly from the get-go that our main dude, he runs because he's so good at it, but he's not passionate about it, right? He's not like our sweet bean that's running for his life, our little awkward boy. So yes, but basically, as we go through, a lot of things stay the same. However, I do want to get to the part that is different. So from the movie necessarily. I liked that as Komiya and Togashi have their race, that Komiya is about to give up and Togashi like has this thing well up where he knows that Komiya wants to win, and he actually ends up punching the kid that made fun of him in the actual manga. So I was like, oh, we got pretty violent, Togashi did. So I'm curious. They've only got 1 volume translated right now. I'm going to be curious how Togashi gets as it goes, but he gets pretty crazy in this double spread where he's like, come on, Komiya, kick his butt. You're fast. Go. And he's like, he realized how passionate Komiya was. So there's a bit more like even more chemistry elements between the two of them in the manga. So I'm like, I am so curious to see what all we get out of the manga as it goes. But yeah, so, and then Komiya being like, could I become faster? And the one that decides that is me. Like, he's spurred on by Togashi. And I'm like, you're feeding my shipping needs already, manga. I need this translated in English. I need to own this, please and thank you. But yeah, that was it. And then he won. The manga is so dynamic. I absolutely love it. And I feel like to the movie's detriment, you only have so much time to get through 5 volumes of manga. But the manga in itself, as Komiya wins this medal, we get a very much clearer picture of Komiya kind of getting this competitive edge and like becoming obsessed with the idea of winning and the idea that him being fast could earn him like what he wants, right? So then, as we get into this even more, we get some stuff that's left out of the movie. Like Komiya starts to play soccer. He starts to play football. He starts to become more popular. And I liked that Tagashi's like, I noticed 4 things. One was that once you win, people look at you differently. And Komiya starts to become like more fit in with his class because of him winning, which I thought was really interesting. I'm like, oh, it's getting to how once you become a winner, people start to accept you more and they start to view you in a more positive light. And that's not really talked about as much in the movie, which was interesting. And then the one kid that made fun of him that ended up losing the race, he ended up getting ostracized by his peers. So it's like, there's that side of things. And then he's like, the third thing I noticed was that he went back to not having as much passion, while Komiya is the one that's super excited. And in the manga, Komiya actually wants to meet Nagami. He wants to meet him and like get information about him. And Tagashi's like, I'm not really that interested. I don't know. And so it makes more sense in the manga when you can kind of tell in the movie that Komiya is kind of upset about the whole race. And he sort of illustrates why in the movie. But in the manga, Komiya is like, hey, you know, Nagami, you should like race him and see him since you get this opportunity. It's so amazing. And Tagashi's like, I guess, why not? Like, it makes more sense in the manga because Komiya really wanted to be there and to meet him himself, but he wasn't given that opportunity. So he's like, Tagashi, you should take advantage of this. This is a really impressive moment for you. And Tagashi's just not that into it. So it's really interesting. What also is interesting is that at this point, this kind of sets up Komiya and Tagashi's relationship falling apart after they have that final race, because Komiya is like, what else can I do? How else can I improve? And Tagashi says, your form is perfect. There's nothing left for me to teach you. And Komiya takes that as, is this as good as I'm going to get? Is this my peak because I can't learn anything else from you? And Tagashi is like, well, no, that's not it. But he also says that Komiya is not getting any faster. So there's this conversation about, is his growth dependent upon the coaching that he gets and upon the limits he's setting for himself? And once Tagashi can't set any more limits for him, he's like, well, is this as far as I'm going to go then? And it's like, no, not at all. But the thing is, Tagashi says, I can't see any future in the way that you run. Because Komiya doesn't have what he was told at the end of the movie. He doesn't have someone as a rival. So he doesn't have anybody to work on that growth alongside. And then, you know, I think the manga does amazing at setting this up. It does amazing at setting it up. And in the manga, they have the race in the manga. It's not exactly how it goes in the movie though. So they meet Nagami. They meet him. It's not on the racetrack with the interviewer. It's actually in the classroom, which was kind of interesting. And so then Komiya actually asks Nagami a lot of questions. And it's interesting watching that conversation go down. And actually, Nagami gives Komiya the speech about how winning is all that matters. And Nagami gives it to Komiya, and he hears it as well as Tagashi, which is interesting. And it kind of makes more sense because it allows us to understand why Komiya kind of took not only Nagami's words to heart, but also Zaitsu. It also took his words to heart as well. And that's when Tagashi asks, what is your reason for running? And Nagami saying, so I can take first place, influences both of them. I already love the manga so much. And I really want to read like the other volumes, but they're being translated slowly, which take your time. You're doing this for free for all of us. So, I mean, can't complain, but it's interesting. So we have this conversation between Tagashi and Komiya, and we see Nagami and everything, and we have that moment. It takes place. But what's interesting is that Nagami in the manga actually gets to see Komiya run. Like, they do a couple trials, and he gets to see Komiya run, and Nagami's like, his form is atrocious. And Togashi points out that he's gotten faster, even though he didn't think that he would. But Nagami actually kind of like discourages him. He's like, for your own good, you should stop running. And so then it's like, well, why is that? And he's like, you're not cut out for it. That's why. He's like, you should stick to just doing it for fun. You run with everything you've got, and it's frightening. And he's like, you're going to hurt yourself. He basically points out, he's like, if you keep doing this the way that you're doing it, you're going to absolutely hurt yourself until your body blows apart. Which is irony, because Nagami's the one who suffers the back injury. And it's like, it's crazy, right? He's like, someday track and field will kill you. Which I'm like, saying this around these little kids is like crazy. And he's like, someone like me. I like that he basically does not take what Nagami said as the lesson. Nagami's like, you're going to run yourself to death and hurt yourself, and then you're not going to be able to do it anymore. And Komiya takes that as, so there's a chance I can do really well. Before then, he's like, no, it's not what I meant. But that's how he takes it. So this explains the movie a lot better in the manga. It gives a lot more clarity as to Komiya's drive and what influences him, and Togashi just can't quite understand it. So then they have their race. And he's like, I find this all hard to accept. So they have the race, and he's like, yes, he looks so much like L from Death Note there. It's crazy. But they finally have it, and I want to get to the point where we actually go through with it. We get to them racing, and it's interesting because Nagami is actually around to watch the race. He's like stuck around after their whole meet and everything and saw them all race and saw it go down. But what happened is, as they're racing, Komiya ends up hurting himself, and Nagami, like, they get to right, which is a great parallel to the end of the movie. He gets right there to the end with him, but he ends up injuring himself. And Nagami's the one that actually shows up to take him to the doctor because he had hurt himself. And after that, he moves away. Yeah, you see, he ends up breaking his foot, which is pretty crazy. But I like that Nagami says, like, he'll be fine. He's going to heal. But he's like, you're just not going to be able to run for a while. And then he leaves after that. And that's pretty much it. So what ends up happening there is that he has this dream about Komiya beating him, and there's this line that says, first place just isn't for you anymore, which is like a big deal in Togashi's psyche and evaluating how he works as a runner and his drive and motivation, especially because in the dream, it's like, if you can't win, you have nothing left in your life to kind of go after. And that's something talked about heavily in the movie. I really like in the manga where as the dream is starting to fizzle out and getting to like the nightmarish climax, you see Komiya's face get more and more pixelated, like something off of Microsoft Paint. It's really scary. It's actually kind of creepy, honestly. He's like, it's time to wake up. And so, yeah, he's like, and then I like at this point that this also sets up Togashi's psyche for the rest of the movie, essentially. We just don't see it in the manga, from the manga to the movie adaptation. He's like, if Komiya had been on top of his game, would he have been able to go all out and beat me? Because he wins the race. But he's like, would I have lost? And he's like, me losing. And then he has like this paralyzing fear of loss and what that's going to do for, you know, his entire well-being. The manga's really good. The manga is great. I freaking love it. I love it so far. It's fantastic. And yeah, right after we have the race, just like in the movie, it cuts to Komiya moving away and it jumps forward into high school. But yeah, so the rest of the volume mainly talks about Togashi starting high school, and that's about as far as we've gotten from the first volume and chapter 1 of volume 7, or chapter 1 of volume 2, rather. It was chapter 7, chapter 1 of volume 2. There is some new character that's been introduced in volume 2, and I'm curious to see where that goes. I'm going to keep up with the English translation because I want to see what happens, but the other 3 panels I want to show you all is I like the idea that for Togashi, his like inner saboteur, his inner demon of you're going to lose and like not have any purpose in life is literally Komiya. Komiya is like his inner saboteur that's like you're getting worse instead of getting better. Like Komiya represents that, which is very interesting considering Komiya isn't around. And so he's just imagining Komiya getting better and him getting worse, which is really fascinating. And then there's a moment where, just like Tagashi was talking about, how he needs to keep running, he has this moment where he's like, I have to keep winning, even if it's just by a 0.1 second. And then his junior high school year comes to a close as he doesn't do as well as he wanted to, like he said in the movie. And then there is one moment as he's like walking back from high school where he passes the bridge where they ran right before Komiya moved when he got injured. And you see like this like ghostly vision of him. Again, it looks like it's Microsoft Paint. It's very creepy, but it's very effective. And so I'm a big fan of the manga so far. I'm going to keep track of it and just see where it goes. But y'all, I highly recommend looking up some English fan translations. They are online. I'm not going to say where because I don't want them to be taken down, but they're there if you look. So, but yeah, back to talking about the movie and the conclusion of this video. But I just wanted to add that in. So, Editor Romania out. Unless Kodansha decides to release it in English, get on it. Get on it. So, this was such a good commission. Thank you all so much. I'm so glad I got to see it. Now I can watch it anytime I want. I'm so excited. But I'm excited as well to hear your thoughts down below about this film, about the characters, about all of it, any trivia you know, everything. I'd love to hear it. So anyway, February has been an amazing month of commissions, and we're only 2 weeks in. We still got 2 more weeks, 2 more amazing commissions, and I'm excited for what's to come. So in any case, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and yeah, I'll be back very soon with more Patreon commissions and reactions. And I'll see you there. Bye.